What's up everybody, this is Danny, and today I'm going to be looking at the highly anticipated new smartwatch from Samsung, the Gear S2. The S2 joins the line of circular smartwatches with this sleek metal design, plus a few things that we've never seen on a smartwatch before, so we'll go over that in just a little bit, but let's take a closer look at this watch. Right up front, you will see the 1.2-inch full circular Super AMOLED display with a 360 by 360 resolution, which equals to 302 pixels per inch, and it looks really sharp. Just looking at it here, it's nice and bright, text looks sharp, and the colors are vibrant with deep blacks, everything that you would expect from an AMOLED display. I prefer this since I like the look of the LG G Watch Urbane and also the Apple Watch. Here's a quick comparison of those two other watches I just mentioned. The Gear S2 is a lot smaller than the Urbane, and the Apple Watch 42mm is looking very similar in size. There will be a comparison of the S2 and the Apple Watch coming soon, so make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss that video. This watch features a ton of stuff, including the IP68 water resistant rating, a ridiculous amount of sensors including an accelerometer, gyroscope, a heart rate monitor, a barometer, and an ambient light sensor. There will also be a connected 3G version with GPS. There's 4 GB of internal storage, and the battery is pretty small at 250 mAh, but the 3G version will have 300 mAh. Samsung claims that the battery life of this device will be 2 to 3 days, so I can't wait to get one of these to test these out for myself. For most smartwatches now are running about 1 full day or maybe a day and a half. The software on here is not Android Wear, it is running Tizen, Samsung's own software that we've seen in some of the other Gear lines. The chipset powering this thing is an Exynos 3250 with 512 megabytes of RAM, and the 3G version will be a little bit different, running a Qualcomm chipset. What's great about this is no longer do you have to have a Samsung smartphone to connect. Any Android device running 4.4 and up with 1.5 gigabytes of RAM will connect, so that opens things up dramatically for other smartphone users. The elegant wireless charging too is an awesome inclusion. My favorite feature of this hardware though, hands down, has to be the rotatable dial that is on the front. This, in my opinion, is a great way to navigate through the UI, and there's an unexplainable satisfaction with the feedback and the click of this dial. It just feels great. You really have to just see one of these in person. There are a few buttons on the side that act as a back and app launcher button, but for the most part, the design stays clean. There are 2 versions of this watch actually, and the classic, which looks more like a real watch, is my favorite on first impressions. I just like the bigger presentation with the lugs, and it looks more premium. The S2 is more futuristic looking and has cleaner lines, so if you like that kind of look, then you will love this watch. The metal blends in really nice with the bands, so you really can't go wrong with either one. The software looks simple and intuitive. There are a few apps that they were showing off here, like the ESPN app and Uber, but the most interesting thing to me is the NFC with Samsung Pay support. This should be really interesting to see how this competes with the Apple Watch and Apple Pay. Once again, I love the rotatable dial with the software, and I think it works really nice together, but you do have to touch the screen to open the app. There are some cool looking watch faces too, and a decent degree of customization here, so I will show you more of the software and the apps in the full review. So overall, I'm impressed with this watch. I think that the determining factor here comes down to how the battery performs, how it holds up day to day, and how the Tizen platform grows with app support. Purely off design and feel on the wrist, I think this is going to be a huge contender for people's wallets that are looking for a smartwatch, either male or female. With its easy to remove bands and the choices that you have for band replacement and the attractive build, I would say this is one of the nicest smartwatches that I've seen to date. That about does it for me, guys. Stay tuned to the channel for a lot more coverage of the Gear S2, and slap that like button if you enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in the next one.